Hello, good evening. Well, it's 6 o'clock, which means it's the launch of the brand new one-day special, and we have got so many amazing AALL Create stamps on the show. So many bargains. Please do get ahead on the website at hochanda.com because we've dropped a lot of prices. Hello, Jo.
Hello, Ali.
Hello. So you were on earlier with a different company, but now
Yes.
it's AALL Create.
Yes, I've changed my top, so I'm a different person.
Can you tell? Superwoman.
Yay! Yes, yeah, I'm guessing crabs, and it's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, that's so
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Right then, let's have a look at your one-day special. We have got here our Magnify It, which I think is just such a beautiful, beautiful stamp, and it's a large stamp, isn't it, Jo?
Yes, it is. I mean, that stamp set is a full A4. The front cover doesn't actually give the full size, of course, because we've got
I'll
the topper
turn it
and
around.
yeah, that's right. But what you've got here is, of course, you've got the Magnify, but you've got all those beautiful flourishes. Of course, it's Poppies that's actually that's done this particular stamp set. Of course, you've got the hot air balloon and the sailing ship, but you've got all those little details as well. When Poppies does a stamp set, the detail is when all the designers do, the detail is immense. So many things you can do with this, and I do think that stamp alone is phenomenal.
I know, and it's such a lovely large stamp. Then we've got our Flutterby, yeah, this one here. So that is our stencil, which...
Yes, you've got one under there, look, you see the black?
Oh,
that's it. Yeah.
There it is. I was like, oh, where's it gone?
That's all right.
Here we go. I can just show you that stencil. I mean, it's very detailed, isn't it?
It's a beautiful, beautiful stencil, and again, you can do so much. It's like I say, good size, so we're not looking at a little bit of detail here, but of course you can just use the inner parts of the butterfly. You need to look at a stencil in so many different ways. As you know, I love stencils, so many things you can do, and I think this one really, really complements that stamp with the magnifier, with all the florals.
It does, doesn't it? And then we have also got our checks. There they are. This is a really nice little stamp, a worker stamp.
It's a definite little worker stamp, this one, and I have used this an awful lot. I own this one, and it really is quite something. So this one is one of Ab's designs. Like you said, it's great little filler, great little worker stamp, and I think also, like I say, it complements the different genres that you're actually doing with the stamps as well as with the butterfly. So I think this has been put together really, really well.
I concur. Let's have a look then at some samples. Look at this sample.
I know, this one's Jo's, Jo Rice.
Yeah.
I love Jo's work.
I know,
well, I love all the design team, and I have to say huge thank you because, of course, everything has been done by the design team. I'm just dropping in and doing the easy bit.
Bless you.
And they've all done a tremendous job.
I'm not sure who this is by because it's been covered up.
I know, it's been covered up, hasn't it, by that back
beautiful.
piece?
Look
but
at
it's
that.
stunning, isn't it?
Love that.
Really clever way of using the magnifying glass.
Gorgeous. And then what else have we got? Let's have a little look here.
Well, under here as well, under that little book, you've actually got the full stamp set, and it's actually been coloured. It's been done twice so that you can see a couple of different variations of it. I think this is a super idea because you can see it in its full complement there, can't you?
That is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. I mean,
really
wow.
lovely. But look at those really vivid colours on those flowers. Those flowers can be anything, can't they?
Couldn't they? Yeah. I mean, just the way it's been coloured is sensational.
Isn't it?
Yeah, really clever. I'll just pop that down. And then under here, we've got our hot air balloons, some of these.
Yes, I love hot air. Oh, I just think there's something so serene about hot air balloon.
And romantic.
And very romantic.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to go in one, but it's romantic.
Love that. This one's by Corrie. And this one, I'm not sure again who this one's by.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a journal, so it looks as if this is one of Eileen Hall's designs, not as in Eileen's done the design, but the actual journal itself, which is lovely. And then it's been decorated really beautifully with that background. Of course, you need to look at the foot stamp in its full detail as well to get all that gorgeous detail. It really is stunning. And
then we've got, you can just see there's the butterfly in the background.
Yes.
Yeah.
But using the flowers as well. So using the butterflies looks as if it's been used with brush rose or rainbow colours.
Yeah.
One of the two, dispersible inks, and of course just that bit of subtlety in the background with the butterfly.
Yeah, works really well. There we go. This one is by Janet.
So Janet's, what she's done here is it's a tag, and she's used another one of her AALL Create stamps but with the florals again. So think about breaking that stamp up. There's so much going on. There
really is. And then last but not least, let's bring this one in. Again, mixing and matching with these.
Definitely. So there's beautiful floral elements, lots of inking in the background.
Yep.
So, yeah, great.
Gorgeous. So it's £33.47. Item number is 277238. And then we've also got some washi tape, a lot of it, to be honest. Hang on. So you're getting 7 of them. I'm trying to hold them so that... there you go. Now, there is not a lot of stock, I'm being told, so you will need to be quick. But look at this. I mean, there's all sorts of different... There's numbers and words, and it's just really cool.
These were only launched last week with abs. These were only launched. These are the very first designs in washi tape. I do believe... I think, I'm absolutely sure in saying there will be some more in the offing because it was very, very, very successful last week.
So we don't have a lot left. Do pop it in your basket. £24.83, 137809. Right, let's have a look at all the bargains that you have got. There's so many. Like some are half price. Look at these. Oh, and look at those reviews. So we've got some wonderful savings. If you missed out on any of these stamps, or maybe at the time when they were released you couldn't quite stretch to the price point, now is the time to get... I love that bee, I love that bee. Now is the time to get your wonderful stamps so you don't miss out. And the artwork is amazing. Like some of them are £9.99, really, really good. And again, check out all of those fabulous reviews that you've been leaving, because AALL Create really is a fantastic brand. It really is. Right then, so without further ado, are you ready to go, Jo?
I certainly am. Yes.
Take it away.
Yep, so we're going to be using the, obviously the magnified stamp from Poppies, which is one of the stamps in that fantastic one-day special. I think the price point on that is phenomenal.
Yes.
It really is. What you're getting, it's just fantastic. Because it's one stamp alone, you've actually got 3 separate stamps, but when you break it down it really just isn't 3, because of course you've got the magnifying glass, you've got all the florals, you've got the hot air balloon, you've got the text there on both of these bottom ones, you've got these... I love the fact that she just pops in some binoculars.
I know.
And of course all the detail around the ship as well. So so I'm just going to pop that to one side. I'm also going to... Sorry,
Jo,
that's okay.
I hope this is all right. I've got to just mention this one, the ladybird, because it's... We're 60% of the stock already gone. You found it.
Okay.
You found
There's so many. You really seriously need to be looking on the website, don't you?
Yeah,
I know.
you do.
As much as I'd love you to be stood watching me.
Sorry, Jo, to interrupt.
All right.
No,
please. This is what this show is all about, isn't it, Alex? It's going to be very much a case of, So what, I'll show you what we're going to be doing, actually, because that would be really good, wouldn't it? That'd be very professional of me. Right, so we're going to be actually doing a little bit of a canvas. There we go, thank you. So I'm going to be using the magnifier with the florals, obviously, which is attached to it. But I'm also going to be using separate florals from the same stamp, but using them in a monochrome way, because actually, my mum popped around yesterday when I was playing around with this, and she said, "Oh, that looks really nice, but aren't you going to colour them?" I said, well, actually, no, I'm going to leave them as they are, because I think it looks really nice, because it gives a little bit of difference in the eye. So it did make me question, but then I thought, no, I'm going to leave it. But then she did say, well, I do like it, so that's good. So thank you, Mum. In the background, you can see we've got that stencil, so we're going to be using that. And we're also going to be using, if you want to get ahead, we've also got the honeybee set, which is actually one of my favourites. It's beautiful, it really is. So we're going to be using that one, which is actually number 330, because of course all the stamp sets are numbered. Oh, is that, do you want to?
Yeah, it's gone, it's sold out. That was really quick, Jo.
That was quick. I think that's how these few hours are going to be.
No, look, I'm going to apologise to you at home as well, because you know I hate interrupting, but for obviously ASA and all that sort of thing, I'll have to tell you that it's gone. But
yes,
anyway, so
absolutely,
back to you, Jo.
no problem at all. Right, so what we're going to do first of all, we're going to do the stamp. I'm going to show you how fantastic the stamp is, because this is what AALL Create are all about. Of course, the stamps, the stamp designs, the designers are amazing. Their design team are sublime.
Yes.
So honestly, you're just all great. I really do. really think that you're all fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I am actually using my stamp press purely because it's useful when you're using a very, very large stamp like this. Of course, because we can get that full picture.
Yeah.
We do have the stamp blocks, I'm sure, on the show as well, which if you're on the website, so if you do have a little look for those under AALL Create brand.
Yeah.
So, right, so I'm using a VersaFine. Now, I will be honest with you, I've been using,
VersaClair, is it?
Yeah,
that
VersaClair, but I have just, it's not as good as what it should really be, so I didn't want to...
you mean it's seen better days?
It has, Alex.
Yes.
It's had a really good life, but it's on its way out. So I thought, no, I'll go back to my VersaFine just for tonight. So you can see, incredible detail, it really is. Just excuse my dirty stamp plate, but it's well used.
Yeah,
It's a sign of a good used bit of kit. So just pressing that down. Enormous detail, absolutely enormous detail. I love the fact that the magnifying glass centre can be used for so many different things.
Yeah.
Of course, you could use it. It would be superb on a scrapbook page. Okay, don't think just about card making and mixed media. Think about your scrapbooking, because that centrepiece would make a fantastic backdrop for your photograph.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that I've got it. There we go,
Nice.
Look at that. So you can see that really is just superb. Haven't really gone to too much effort with that, having to re-ink and so forth. So you've got some text there if you want to use that. You've got these fantastic splodges, which I love. So what we could do if we wanted to, we could just use that as a whole, colour that up, maybe stamp again some of the florals and decoupage it up. But what we're going to do is actually use it separately. So let me just show you. So I'll keep that for later. So I'm just going to pop that on there, like so. Now, so what we've actually got is, I've got this one cut out already. So you can see there.
Yeah.
I love fussy cutting. I could sit hours and hours and hours doing it.
It's nice in front of the telly.
It's very, very nice in front of the telly. I adore it, I really do. And I will stamp up lots of images and then sit and cut them without any problem. So I have also, you can see, just for the time factor, I have also started doing a little bit of colouring. Obviously, it's colouring. You use whatever you want to use. I've got a variety of bits and pieces here. I've got my my Zig pens. I've got some distress inks. I also like distressing re-inkers.
Yeah.
I like those as well. So yeah, it really is personal choice. Watercolour pencils, of course, are fantastic. So you get lots of detail coming out with those.
I have another update, Jo.
Yep, nope. Carry on.
So 20%.
I like them.
It's nice. 20% of the one-day special has now gone already.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we're 13 minutes in, right?
Gosh.
Yeah, so 20% of that's gone. And then the stencils, these lovely stencils, you get all three. They're only $9.99.
Oh, these are amazing.
Yeah.
Don't buy all these yet, because I've been playing with it. No, I'm joking. No, they are fantastic. It's a great purchase as well if you've got those.
Oh, sorry, lean that forward. That's $9.99, but they are also flying out the door. So it's 363,472. Right, back to you, Jo.
No problem at all. You interrupt as much as you like. That means everybody's enjoying what we've brought to them, and yeah, they're going to really enjoy when they get them home.
Indeed.
It is a fantastic show for anybody that sort of sat back and thought, should I, shouldn't I? And say if they've been in a bigger bundle and you've not been able to actually afford them at the time, you know, it is a really good opportunity. So, yeah. There we go. So I'm just using, so all I'm doing is just using my oxide as a watercolour. I'm not being too fussy, because obviously we don't want to sit here all night watching me doing this, because that would be really boring. But,
don't you worry.
Yeah, But yeah, it's an absolute pleasure just sitting and actually colouring these in.
I really like that colour.
Yeah, it's the wilted violet.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is one that I use. In fact, I've got two. I've got the ordinary distressing.
Yeah.
And also I've got the oxide. The oxide actually has been used a lot more.
That's interesting, because people have their preferences, don't they?
Yeah, I use them both. It depends on what I'm doing with them. This one does tend to be a little bit stronger in the colour, because of course the oxides are a little bit more chalkier, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see there is a distinct difference. So, of course, I can't imagine anybody out there that's watching that's new to AALL Create, but if you are, it is an English or UK company, and it's very successful. Abs is the leader of the gang.
Do you know I did his first screen test?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's very nice.
He's
very
lovely.
Sweet.
He is lovely. He really is. Very talented.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. So here we go. I'll just do a little bit more darker shades here. The one thing that you will find with all of the designers for AALL Create is the fact that they put so much detail into all of the stamps, and also where you need that little bit of extra shading or interest putting, you know, they have drawn these all in, and yeah, they're just tremendous stamps. You wouldn't go far wrong being if you were a beginner in stamping actually to purchase some of these.
Well, all the details, the shading's done for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So it would be a super start to a collection. But please be warned, it is an addiction.
A very good one, though.
It's a fantastic one to have, it really is. So I'm just going all over these, the leaves for a second. And then I'll put a little bit more, a little bit more in. So these pens are just they're the Kuretake ones. They're just
nice watercolour.
Yeah, they are, and you can add little bits to them as well, which are really good to do. They do blend exceptionally well, and also because Jenny Hobby Art, she brings them to us. You can also actually take them straight from the nib as long as you've got a damp brush. Yeah. And actually paint like that, and it won't damage the nib. Obviously, make sure your paintbrush is nice and clean. Yeah,
don't want to contaminate it.
No, not at all. Or you can just you know, use them like this, actually having a little palette, whatever. Use a bit of acetate if you haven't got a glass mat. Yeah, things like that. So lots of ways of doing this.
Well, the nice thing about both the oxides and the pens is that because they're water-based, they all work together.
Yes, that's right. So. If you are, I don't think there's any hard and fast rules. I've got to say, I'm not what they call a colourist. I just enjoy colouring. Yeah. So I'm not. I don't tend to mix the alcohol ink, obviously, with the watercolour. But I know that you can do. You can also.
I didn't know that.
Well, you're not mixing them, as in, but you can maybe put some alcohol ink down onto your, say, this floral, and then if you wanted to add maybe just very wispy bits of the watercolour, I'm sure that that's not... Okay. It wouldn't contaminate, once the alcohol ink's down, it's down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. But I think there is a lot that tend to do watercolouring or alcohol ink, and those, oh gosh, some of the crafters that can actually do their alcohol ink colouring, it's just incredible. The talent that is out there is just sublime, it really is. Cool. But I just enjoy it, and I don't worry whether I worry if I haven't got the right colour. I don't worry if I haven't got the do you know what I mean? Yeah, I do. So that you can see, really straightforward to do. Good stuff. I'm just going to grab a yellow, just excuse my back. That's all right. Orangey colour, yeah.
May I do some updates while you're just doing that? Lovely. Right, so the one-day special, you've got so many bargains on this show of beautiful, top-quality illustrated stamps. So the first one we've got is our Magnify It. This is the one that Jo is currently using, and it is just absolutely divine. The detail is sensational. Then I love that hot air balloon. It's quite whimsical. And then I feel like, yeah, we've got a pirate ship going on there. Then we have our fabulous stencil. I'm just going to bring it for you because you can see, look at all that detail. Isn't that amazing? Really wonderful to colour, actually, to colour inside the all the swirls. And then we have our little worker stamp. Here it is. This is the checks. There you go, really detailed again. I've got a few samples, but I won't be too long, so then we can go back and join Jo. This one's by Corrie. Isn't that beautifully done? And this one's by Kelly. Look at this. And I'm sure you'll find loads and loads and loads of inspiration. Of course, go to, now it's AALL Create Fanatics, isn't it? Yes.
Absolutely. So AALL Create Fanatics page.
That's
also
it.
Tracy Evans, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Our lovely Tracy. She also has her own Facebook page as well. Of course, she does join in with the Fanatics. The Fanatics are more to actually like for us guys to put bits on, and then of course each of the design teams, they have their own, but they tend to post on there as well. So lots and lots of inspiration.
Nice. So if you want your one-day special, it is £33.47. Item number is 277238. Then we have got our Floral Wings. Now this is beautiful. This is a huge one. Look at this. Amazing. Again, all of that wonderful detail. I've got to show you this sample because this is incredible and it's been done on the acetate, but I'm not sure who's done it, but I just think this is spectacular. Look at this. Yeah. £24.99. Item number is 567479. So I'm just going to whiz down these and then we'll get back to Jo, but because they are really proving extremely popular. These are the nature elements, extremely busy for this one. You've got an £8 saving here. It is £16.99. Item number is 071069. And then moving along, the next one is our Blooming Poppies. I'm going to turn them all around so that you can see because they're much larger than they are on the packaging. But check that out with the floral. How nice to colour this in as well. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. £16.99, a £7 saving. Item number is 055758. You can see, right, okay, this one, over half of the stock of this one has gone. Dragonfly, Jo. Yeah.
It's
I would go for this one. I really like this. Is this a we can't get any more? Oh, right, so you're going to have to be quick with this. I really love the font of the Dragonfly as well. So half the stock has gone. It's £16.99 with a £7 saving, 271216. Then we've got our Blossom Numbers. Also, half the stock of this one has gone. Woo, it's busy out there. Busy, busy, busy. Look at this. Isn't that a stunner? Sorry, that's going to fall down a little bit. But again, really nice large flowers you've got. And oodles of dimension. I might need a board for that one. There you are. Next one we have got, this is the Archway. Again, I'm just going to turn this around. Because how beautiful is this? I love that there's the train going and you can have that through the arch. I remember when this launched and it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. £16.99, £7 saving, 783179. And then we've also got some stencils for you, which again are always extremely useful. Details are just coming onto the screen. Have a look at this. So you have got your lots of dots, quadrilaterals and Enchanted Garden. Is that right? Have I got the right one? Excellent. Again, let's turn these around. Okay, look, there we go. And there we go. Fabulous stencils. £8 off. Oh, do snap these up, please. £10.97. Item number is 070024. Everything is extremely busy. There are loads more. Look, see all around the set. We've got them, but obviously we don't want to, you know, take too much time away from the demo. So please go onto the website to check out while you're watching Jo's demos. We have lots and lots and lots of savings for you. Yep, already had sellouts. Right, I'm gonna hand back to you, Jo. Where have you got to?
Right, so you can see now what I've done is I've gone ahead just to colour in the magnifying glass because I thought obviously it'll save a little bit of time, and it is just literally colouring in. I did actually use a spray, it's the Woodbine spray, one of the chalks from 13 Arts, and that just created that lovely mahogany feel to it. It's very different colour to what I did on the original one, but I never like to do it twice. Anything the same twice, really. So there you go. And I've done so basically I took a little bit of the actual spray and washed it right back to do the actual middle part of it. Okay, so I'll just take that away because no doubt I'll get my arm in it and everything else in it. Right, so what we want to do now is we actually want to add, we want to bring in another stamp set. So I'm going to bring in the honeybee, which is this one. It really is a stunning one. It is Tracy Evans, so of course we can tell Tracy's work a mile off. It's just so lovely. Very nature, very awe-inspiring with nature. So you've got the bee, obviously the honeycomb. You've got a lovely flower there, and you've got the beehive as well. I love these tiny little bees. Oh, I know I'm easily pleased, Tracy.
Oh no, it's great. Now I have another update.
Yes,
I'm so sorry, Jo. Dragonfly. Fine. No more. I really liked that one.
Yes, I love that one.
So Dragonfly has gone, thank you. Back to you, Jo.
No problem. So I'm actually going to be popping the magnifying glass on as it is, so in that direction. So I'm taking the actual, the stamp in my hand this time, and I'm just wanting to very lightly, again with the VersaFine ink, I want it in the black, just to take that. You need enough, obviously, enough ink.
Yeah.
But I want to just take that section there and place it in that middle. Now some of it will fade out because that's what I want. So there we go. So just in that middle part there. If we want another little bit, we can do. Just pop that there, maybe a little bit there. Okay, so we've got the honeycomb. Lovely. And then we need our bees, don't we? Yes. So I've got one of the bees already done. I've done him, her.
Yeah. Oh, I hope these bees last, you know.
These bees are lovely.
Yeah. 40% gone.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've done this little bee. This little bit, that didn't sound quite right. In an acetate. Yeah. And I'm just going to put a teeny weeny bit of yellow. I know the wings aren't yellow, the wings are actually, but you know, for artistic license it just looks better on the actual project itself. That's going to go in the middle, but not until I've finished everything else. So we have that bee, and then, oh look, and you're going to get excited. I know, I can feel Alex's excitement brewing. I've got some little shrink plastic bees as well. So
shrink
we're going
plastic.
to, yay! We ought to have a little cheer, a little special cheer when we say shrink plastic.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put that to my magnifying glass to one side for a minute because I want to show you how we can use our bee with the shrink plastic. So this is it's a polish ring. You will find shrink plastic on the website. There's lots of different companies. I'm just using a clear one because it just suits what I'm doing. There is also, excuse me while I just carry on talking, there is also frosted one, there's coloured ones, obviously you can get those if you wish. Now, I'm going to actually, I don't always do this, but it depends on the actual stamp itself. I'm just going to put a little bit of anti-static. So of course it's chalk in the bag.
Yeah.
It's got some little tentacles.
Cute.
And I've got to say, sometimes they decide they want to stick together when you shrink plastic in. So I'll see if, hopefully, we'll just do the one and just show you.
Cool.
Because I just need to cut that out, but that won't take me 2 minutes.
No worries. Over half the stock on the bees gone.
The bee is a beautiful set. It's very, very typical of Tracy. If it didn't have a name on it, you would definitely say that's one of Tracy Evans' stamps.
Got you.
Right, so you can see it's really straightforward to cut out. All right, I wanted to actually do this and show you because some people don't know how to use shrink plastic, but it's so simple and it's so much fun.
And what type of ink do you need to use for anybody who's
so
not done it?
oh yes, you're right.
Oh,
have you just used? Thank you.
Did that was not intentional.
Did you say that? Just yeah.
No, genuinely.
Okay, right.
Not
Well, thank you. That is absolutely brilliant because I've just used the wrong one. So that is. I bet you're all shouting at me over the TV, aren't you?
That was a genuine coincidence.
No,
then.
that's thank you. That is brilliant that you actually did that.
Well,
because
what would have happened if you had heated the other one?
Basically, it wouldn't have dried.
Okay.
On it, it would have just smudged and looked a bit of a squashed bee.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So stays on or a permanent solvent-based ink. Solvent-based ink. I have to say, my personal choice is not one that I use very often on my stamps. That's just my personal choice. It's because it's solvent based. I do tend to go for things that are water based.
Right.
I think it's just that little bit easier on your stamps. That's only my personal choice though. But when it comes to anything like this or stamping onto acetate and that sort of thing, you do need a solvent base because it dries really, really quickly.
Yeah.
There we go. So I should have known because that's, you've got that squelching noise that comes through. So was that, that's brilliant. So that really did tick in your head there, but like you say, it was, no. See, I'm not doing terribly well there. That had a, just bear with me, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Let me just get my act together, kid.
Don't worry. I had a split.
No, I had a split in the actual shrink itself, and that would be absolutely no good because what would happen is the actual wing would just shrivel up underneath itself, and that wouldn't be any good at all. There we go. So now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to actually colour this. You would normally colour this before you cut it out, but I know time is of the essence. So what I want to do is I'm just basically wanting to show you how cool the stamps are to use with the shrink, okay?
And in terms of colouring, do you have to use alcohol markers?
Alcohol markers are recommended, yes, definitely. If you've got something like Sharpies or what else do we have? We have Secura pens, don't we? Some of those are permanent, aren't they? I'm sure they're on the website as well. So check those out, but I'm sure you've got, you know, things at home that you could use as well. I mean, to be quite frank, these bees don't really need that much colour because it's just a little bit of yellow on its body, isn't it? So, so
with 3/4 of the stock gone on the bees, will they last to be shrink plasticked?
They'll have to be.
Yeah, you're like, I've done this 3 times
I've cut it out now and I've persevered with that. I like to be persevered. Now, so what would happen is, that's a really lovely image there that I stamped with a VersaFine, but it's absolutely no good at all for anything. So that's, I'm afraid, got to go into the bin. Now, we do need a heat tool for this, but you can also, this is where I chase it around the studio. Are you ready, Jack, to catch my bee? No. Joking. Right, so basically what we need to do is you need to heat it. You can actually put it in an oven.
Yes.
Now, if you want to do this with the youngsters, with children, obviously maybe if they're not old enough really to sort of be with a heat gun or whatever, because you know they always want to do it, don't they? They want to be doing the whole thing. Pop it on a baking tray, pop it in the oven. Whatever shrink plastic that you're using, it will actually give you that the information. Okay, so you do need to remember that. I've just got this so that my bee doesn't just whisk its way all over the studio.
Great, it's going really quick.
Here we go. Yeah, it is. It's not hanging about, is it? If this doesn't work, we're not going to have any bees. We're just going to have one bee. But
Come on,
it is working. Just take my stick out. Come on,
come on,
little bee.
I'm willing the bees.
There we go.
Yay!
Yep, it's lovely.
The bees approaching limited.
Yeah, oh, the bees are limited.
Yeah.
Bees, no, just a minute. Just let me get my bead on. Just 1 second.
Come on,
right,
bee.
so what's happened here, look, it's okay because I'm just going to, that's it. His wing just caught onto one of his little arms, but that's not a problem because we've sorted that. Okay, excuse me for shouting. And then what you need to do is, in fact, I'll use my block. You just, I know it's awful. I don't like this bit, you know. I always feel really guilty. Just squash him. Oh. Now, there we go. So let me pop him onto some white. There we are.
He's brilliant.
Look, so that's how he was.
Yeah.
And that's how he is now.
Can you imagine those as little bee earrings?
I know, you could.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to do then, so if you are using them for jewellery, which I think would be absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you actually need to make your hole quite a larger hole than what you normally do, because what you need to remember is that it's roughly about 45% of its original size. So make an over-exaggerated hole so that you can put your jump rings or whatever you want to do in it. So yeah, so they are quite cute, aren't they? They really are. Now, the one thing that we can do with at this point, I'm not going to because we've got other things to do, but at this point, on the back of the bee, you could actually put some acrylic paint, say maybe on his body, some yellow, and then that will make him pop. But the reason why you generally colour with your pens or your pencils or whatever before you shrink is because, of course, because it's shrinking down, obviously it's going to create the concentration of the colour, so you do need to be aware of that as well.
Oh, well, so, Jo, just in time.
Just in time.
Yeah, it's technically sold out, our lovely bee, which means all of the stock is in baskets.
Right.
If any bounce back, we will let you know.
It's been lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, so he is really cute. A couple of little things just to remember: do use your anti-static bag so everything doesn't all sort of stick together.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you do want to use them for jewellery or for anything that's hanging, even a charm on your on your cards are really lovely to do. So do be aware that you do need to make it a little bit bigger. Right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some colour into our background. Where we're going to use our fantastic butterfly, which of course is in the one day special.
Yep.
And I'm using the wilted violet again. In fact, I'm going to put some on my mat because it'll be a little bit easier than. I don't like to take my brush to the pad because really we shouldn't do that really. So I'm going to just pop this in this corner here. Okay, just put my brush. Of course, you do whatever you want to do with regards to the stencil with your either brush, applicator, sponges, whatever you prefer to do. Again, you use your preferred method. I'm going on to some watercolour card here. So I like it because it's got that lovely bit of texture. Yeah. And also, if I want to move the ink, once I've got it down, I can do as well, which is always useful. Yep. Put something a little bit more down. But I think this stencil is stunning and it's a fantastic size.
Yeah, I just love all the swirls. It's kind of mandala-esque, if you know what I mean.
It is. It's got some fantastic detail, and I do think that just the detail alone, you'll see in a second when I lift it off, lends itself to so many different projects without it being a butterfly. Which I know sounds daft, but when you buy a stencil, it's like a stamp. You need to be able to do lots of things with it, not just to maybe just do some printing or whatever. This is absolutely stunning, also on a jelly plate. Oh yeah. Now I'm a bit late to the party on jelly plates. Okay. Yeah, and
well, to be honest, I haven't got any.
Right, well, I've only got one and it's a 6x6, it's tiny, and if Caroline's watching, stop laughing, because I'm telling you why. We went over to Caroline's at the weekend and we did some jelly plate printing, and I got mine out, she went, how big? I said it's just a baby one.
You're starting out.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
But this would be gorgeous on there. If we've got any stock left tomorrow of the butterfly, I will play around with it to show you some really cool effects. So I'm going to take that off now to show you.
Oh, look,
isn't
amazing.
it stunning?
Yeah.
It really is beautiful. I'm just going to pop that over to the other side as well and just do the same on the other side. And you can see here what I've done is I've actually graduated it out a little bit. Even though it's the same colour, I brought that out because I think it looks quite smart.
Oh, it looks ethereal. That's how
it does a little bit, doesn't it? Thank you. Yeah, it's a great word. Yeah. So again, doing exactly the same thing, and excellent quality as well. So of course we can do lots of things with stencils. Don't just think we're just going to ink through. Of course we can put our mediums through, our sprays. We can also spray the actual stencil and then turn it over and reverse it, of course. We can put them through our embossing machines. I think a lot of us do forget that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so many different things, of course. Just finishing that one off then, and then should be able to pop things together. I'm so pleased that everybody's enjoying
very much so,
the opportunities that ABS has given them to stock up.
Cool. Once we've done this reveal, I've got another update.
Okay, Milo. That's it. No problem. No, you're fine. No. So we'll just take that one off now.
Yay! Look at that. It's
there
beautiful.
We go. So we've got our opposites there, but completely how you wouldn't take. So sort of going out of the page, and I'm just going to just very lightly just take off that little bit of white. So do you want to crack on and do that?
Yeah. It's because this is the numbered Botanicals. You found this as well. Half the stock has gone. I mean, look at this. It's really funky, isn't it?
Now that, there is so much going on there.
Look.
There really is. Not just that main, what I'm calling the main focal image, of course, is that fern. Yeah. Which really is quite superb. And then, of course, you've got your numbers. Just those numbers alone in those circles. You've also got those circles going down on the is it the left or the right-hand side? One of the two. You've got the word fern, which is really lovely, but you've also got that fantastic checkered effect in the background.
Yeah, it's like a grid, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So that alone would be really cool.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that one.
Half the stock gone, a £7 saving, £16.99, item number 210914. Back to you, Jo.
Right, okay, thank you. So what we're going to do now then, we're just going to put a little bit of black. I've got a black soot somewhere. I definitely did have it. Can anybody see it? No.
What's that behind you, right behind you
me
on the back? That's not it?
No, not to worry, because I can actually use, I'll use my Versafine, it's all right, because I'm only going around the edges, so it's not anything I can't use this for. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing around the edges just to bring your eye into the picture. I would never go straight from that ink pad though onto it, because it would be a little bit too bold. But just bringing that round. Now what you could also do is, and it would be gorgeous, it really would. I don't think I've got time to do it now. Might just show you a little bit, is to actually go around that image with a black pen.
Cool. We've had a question for you. This is from Joanne. She's asking, have you ever used embossing powder and shrink plastic together?
No. No, I haven't.
It work?
I don't know. That's a very, very good question, though. But no, I haven't. It's a very good question. I'm not quite sure how.
Like stamp and then.
Yeah. So you would stamp the image with your stays on. So you would need to be really, or any other soluble ink. Yeah. You would have to be really quick, because of course that does. Cover it with the embossing powder. We could maybe try it. There's no reason why not. We won't do it right this second. We'll perhaps do it in the next hour.
In the 8 o'clock.
In the 8 o'clock. I have got some more shrink. I can't... it'll either work or it won't.
It'll either work or we'll blow the place up.
Well, and then it's been nice knowing everybody.
Great question.
Well, it's a fantastic question. Right, so just taking one of my fine liner pens and just...
tickling around. And I mean, what I mean is just don't try and do it straight, because I can guarantee, unless you've got the steadiest hand in the whole wide world, it won't be straight. Okay, and there's no reason why. I think it looks pretty cool when you just sort of give it that little bit of a wiggle anyway. But if you really do like it nice and straight, then fine, you go ahead and. But I like that little bit like that.
It's like a doodly
It
line.
is, yeah, absolutely. Because I can't draw for toffee, so doing a doodle line is just perfect for me.
Yeah.
And what you could also do, if you wanted to, is also you could just pick out little bits like this, and of course, which is already in there, and you could do as much or as little as what you wanted. Doing that. So I'm not going to carry on, because obviously you know what's what about that. I want to get in as much as I can. So yeah, it just, oh gosh, where does that go?
I know.
So it does bring out that, it just makes that out a little bit more. The other thing is, what you could do is, you could actually go around with a black watercolour, a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually blend it out a little bit, so you've got that slightly thicker black, just making that pop even more. So that's another idea if you want to have a go with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just place our magnifying glass with our florals down. I'm going to actually bring it up using my gel medium, because I want to lift it slightly above the paper that I've put it on.
I have a bit of news, Jo.
What's that?
A couple of bees bounced back.
Oh!
No, so quick, if you missed it, fastest fingers first. It's only $9.99.
They buzzed back.
They did buzz back.
Oh, quick, get in there, because I think somebody will. Right, so that's the right way round. Yeah, lovely. So pop that in like so. And then what we can also do, if we wanted to, we can take our bee, our honeycomb stamp, which does make the most tremendous background, and we can just take that and just add a little bit here and there.
Oh, there you go. It's useful, it bounced back.
It is useful. Turn it round. There we go. So again, you know, don't be too fussy. Pop it in your hand, a little bit here, a little bit there. It just fills in that background and gives it a little bit of interest. That's on the mat. That's no good at all. There we go. There we go. A little bit there. That's lovely.
Yeah.
So that just really just fills that little bit of background out. Okay. So now we're just going to place our bees from here. There we go. So it is clear, so you just need to put a little bit of dry as clear. Obviously, it will look white initially, of course, but it will dry as clear. Just pop your bee on there. And then I had 2 bees on the original one.
Yeah.
Now, I do tend to find that because it's shrink plastic, it does tend to want a little bit of help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're just going to pop
Lovely.
our shrink plastic one. But like we were saying, it would look really cool if you had that as a dangling charm or something like that. When that's dry, we can lift those wings up and actually make them stand up that little bit more.
That's good.
Now, sorry, do you want...
Oh, just to say the bees have now gone. They've gone. There.
Yeah. Well, I think whoever got those few that bounced back were very lucky.
Yes.
So I'm now going to I have gone ahead and stamped up the flowers a couple of times, this side and that side, to get a little bit of variation. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of my gel medium underneath. But I'm not going to put them under the same one. I'm going to put them on opposites.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think that was... just gives a little bit more variation. Of course, what we could also do is you could colour these up as well, and then just cut the florals out and make them really decoupaged up. Oh, so much, much that you can do with this stamp. You're getting such tremendous value for money. You really are. So I think if we had a competition, of how many different ways that you could actually use this stamp. It would be tremendous.
Yeah.
We ought to do that. One last thing that I want to do, I'm going to take this straight onto here by just adding a little bit of colour on the honeycomb, just a tiny bit on the corners, just on the edges, just to give it a little bit of interest. And when that does dry, I will lift those wings up. Now I'm going to bring in the original one because there's a few bits that I did that's slightly different.
Yeah.
So I put a little bit of black from the actual butterfly on the background instead of the actual honeycomb. I thought that would maybe look a little bit of a change, give you a different idea. I've also added some glossy accents into the middles of my flowers, and I also used a paste, if you can see.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've used a paste on the wings to give it a little bit of a different texture as well. So also what I've done is I've put some a gloss in the actual middle of the magnifying glass as well. But you know, a couple of different techniques, a couple of different stamps, but nice little idea. And then if you pop it onto, it's an 8x8 canvas, and it makes it a nice fun project to make, and also to give as a lovely gift to somebody who likes their florals and butterflies.
Yay! Oh, Jo, that looks really great, and I'm so glad
you.
Actually you got to the end of that. Hopefully I didn't interrupt you too
No,
much.
you
it's just
did
one
not.
of those things, isn't it?
It's what needs to be.
It is indeed. I wonder, do we have any? Do we still have the washi tape? Oh, we do.
We do.
Okay, I just thought it worth a mention because, like you said, right. So nearly half the stock's gone. So do make sure you're checking out because it was extremely busy last time. There you go.
It's tremendous.
They're really cool, aren't they?
Really is absolutely gorgeous. You've got make, create, art, make, create, art possible on this one. You've got that fantastic distress look.
Yeah, it's
you
cool.
are looking at the thickness of this.
Yeah.
Is well, it's 1 inch.
Okay, lovely.
So that's 2.5 centimetres.
Marvellous. So we don't have a lot of that. £24.83 is the price. 137,809. But coming back to our one-day special, so here we have got now. Katie, samples. That was what I was going to ask you. Voices in my head. Right, there you go. So we've got our Magnify It. Look, the huge magnifying glass. My granddad used to use those.
My dad did.
Yeah, I love it. Brings back really good memories. He used to sit there reading the Italian dictionary.
my dad used Roger Thesaurus.
So I'm not very good at pronouncing it.
No, I'm not either. But it's a book for clever people.
It just brings back memories. Lovely. Yeah. And then you've got the hot air balloon. Look at that with the binoculars. And then we go sailing. It's like a wonderful oldie worldy pirate ship. More samples then. So this one is by Debbie, and you can see in the background we've got that beautiful stencil, and also the florals are there for you. I'm loving this with the magnifying glass.
Yes.
Oh, it's Jo.
Jo, yes.
Yeah.
Very distinctive, yeah. And that's the thistle is actually another AALL Create stamp that she's used, isn't it? So yeah, just beautiful. Again, the colouring is exceptional, isn't it?
Yeah. And then bringing this one in, you can see the butterfly in the background. Marvellous. Who's that by? Debbie. That one's by Debbie again.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, lovely samples. This one is by Janet.
Love this one from
gorgeous,
Janet. The background is gorgeous. Loving the rusty tones, and then of course it's been embossed, and really, really great, that one.
Stunning. And then we can go, this one is inky but clean, if you know what I mean.
I know.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting phrase, that, inky but clean.
Yeah. I think it's because you've got the white space, haven't you?
Yeah.
That one is by Janet, and it's gorgeous. So here's one with the butterfly, but they've got a toucan. That's from a different set, I remember.
It is, yes. It is.
That one is by Debbie. And then let's bring in, this is by Corrie, see, on that nice and bright with those. Yeah,
so lots of different stencils used in the background with some white gesso by the looks of it, on top of maybe the inks, and then that balloon just really pops.
Let's do one more, because the sailing ship, oh, isn't it cool?
Yes, and look at that background.
I know. Stunning, this one.
Yeah,
and this
really
one is by Janet. £33.47 for your one-day special. If you missed it first time round, then do check this out. I think it was, obviously, it would have been a different configuration, but there you go. 277238. You can call us on the usual number, 01733602000, or you can, of course, go to the website at hochanda.com. Right, Jo and I are going to have a cup of tea.
We are.
Yeah, and we'll be back in literally an hour's time, isn't it?
Absolutely, 1 hour.
Excellent. Right, I'm handing over to Hayley now.